the shop, I'm Danny. Outside the shop, I'm Daniel. You know, you know who I'm from, born and raised in Ghana. Then I guess I can say the newest person now because I've been here for too long. I've been here for how long now? 27 years now. So I guess I'm a highest person now. Well, you know, me, Nancy, and our cousin Nana, in like 2005, we thought about it. I told Nancy and Nana, yo, I have an idea. I think it will work. So Nancy and Nana kind of like pretty much like backed me for everything. Nancy and Nana found this place in 2005, I think November, and then we started the renos. And about 2006, March, April, we kind of finished it, and that's when Anim was born. I didn't pick the name. Nancy and Nana picked the name because we tried so many different names. I think this was the easiest. And they picked it out, and ended up being like, you know, the best decision of our lives in the first place. You know, now it's like, it's more for like a community now. It's for everybody. It's not just for like Danny. And Danny is just feels like the figurehead, but there's more people behind me, as you can see the back. There's ladies, there's guys, there's so many people who have come through here. So without those people that came before and people like here now, there'll be no Anim. So you know what he's.
My name is Nancy Wheeler. I'm head stylist and manager of Anim Hair Salon. My background is West African, Ghanaian, but raised here in Canada. I've always had a passion for hair ever since I was a child. I started braiding my own hair at the age of 11 when my mother was not doing the best job at it. I always knew I wanted to be a hairstylist, but you know, being African, having African parents, the parents want you to be a doctor or a nurse or anything like that. But I listened to my mom and dad, and years later, I decided to follow my dream as a hairstylist. And I've been doing it professionally now for about 25 years. I mean, when Dan's he's like my brother. And when he came to me over 18 years ago with an idea, we went back and forth with different ideas, clothing and whatnot. And one day, myself and another family member decided, why don't we open up a hair shop, a hair salon in New Westminster. I live here. I started my upbringing here, and went for a walk one day and noticed there was nothing on the lower side of New Westminster. So we presented to Danny, and he was like, I like it. And that's how everything snowballed. And we started off with hair and aesthetics. But the more we looked into it, the aesthetics part didn't really make sense. We were having a hard time keeping good quality workers. So one day Danny and I sat down and decided, let's just keep it hair. And this is how Anim is to this day.
Honestly, it's not easy. I thought it would be easy, but it wasn't easy at all. It was like, you know, it was steps. At the beginning, it was very tough. Before we started, it was more like a ladies' place. We were doing everything. And after a while, we slowly switched over to doing the hair. It's not as easy as it is, but you know, the business side of it is pretty simple. But getting the right people together as well, you know, that's what it takes time to make it work. And with the clientele, it takes about a few years before you get it right. But the number one really good thing about business is the right location. Where do you want to have the location? What kind of people do you want to attract? What kind of business are you interested in? So, you know, it counts. But location is always number one. You have the right location, the right people together, it's sweet. But without the right people, it's very difficult. As time goes by, you know, it's getting better and better and better now.
It's a thing. People think it's like you just find a space and get people to work and it's easy peasy. A lot of people do not understand the hard work that goes into keeping a shop open. I could say we're blessed at Anim. We've been open now for 17 years, and I think what makes this place special and work is Danny and I are both people. We're people. We love to welcome all. We do different types of hair services. We've seen employees come and go, but they always come, they work hard, and then they move on. And we kind of take a little pride in that because they do move on to their own endeavors. And it's like raising a child and letting them out the door and them continuing their journey.
I'm Nick. I've been cutting hair for 6 years. Yeah, I moved down to the mainland in 2014, and I've been at Anim for 8 months now.
My name is Cheyenne. 24. I've been a stylist for 6 years. Specialize in braiding. I do a lot of braiding. I also do coloring, cuts, chemical services. Yeah, just about almost everything except barbering. I don't do barbering.
So I'm Charlene, I'm Filipino, and I'm a professional hairstylist. It's definitely been one of the things I've been passionate about. In high school, I actually started braiding as like a side thing, and then from there, it just grew. So then I totally invested into it, like more of like last year.
It's like Danny and Nancy kind of create an environment that, yeah, like everyone knows each other here and everyone's welcome. Everyone's always joking. Yeah, it's just good vibes here, right? And all of my clients that I bring here that have never been here before, they all love it too, right? Like it's a welcoming environment.
So I'm actually the newest member. I've only been here roughly about 2 months. But in the 2 months, it's been an awesome time. The vibe is just very uplifting, and coming into work feels good. Feels really good. It's definitely like a family vibe here.
It depends what you mean by lucrative. You know, it's a good thing. It's a good atmosphere. It's a good business if you know what you're doing. At the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing, but the ladies kind of like helped me out, put it through. They kind of like nurtured me and guided me the way to like where it is now. I wasn't a barber. I had to become a barber, but we had like the stylist, which kind of like, you know, cemented the place to the point that we have to bring barbers in. Now it's like, now anybody that's good that comes here really want to work, it will work. Just depending on like, you know, what kind of person. Can they get along with everybody else? Can they do like all types of hair? Or, you know, their personality. And it's a good business if you know what you're doing. It can be if you're willing to work hard, right? Like, it's like anything, it just takes time, right? Like for me, I've been cutting for 6 years, and coming to Anim, it's been like, it's like a learning curve, right? Because I never did like, we do all types of hair here, right? And there's a lot of stuff that I've learned since I've been here. But I think if you're willing to like challenge yourself and keep learning, then yeah, absolutely.
Anim is a place where, like I said, we welcome so many different types of people. We do so many different hair services that when people come here, first thing they say is the energy, the vibe. Everybody's so friendly, and we built this place on the basis of family. As Africans, we're all about family, and we look out for one another, and that's what we do here.
One of my favorite parts about this industry is actually talking to people. Every client that sits in my chair is different. They have a different story. It makes the job even more fun. You know, you get to be creative, and you also get to talk to all sorts of people. It's really cool.
Well, you know, sometimes when they have events, we try to sponsor. We've been sponsoring like the African soccer team, the Ghana soccer team. Whenever like the DK people doing some or the city is doing some, we try to sponsor. And lately, because of the shop, I've been able to like branch out a little bit out of myself to get into politics slowly. So lately it's been, it opening its door for us, especially myself. And, like I said, anybody that comes here, it's all up to them to make it work. And it's working slowly. And what we try to do, we try to make sure that, young guys and girls that, want to do something with hair, they can come here, we can help them, we can train them. If they, after a while, they want to work here, they can. If they want to go somewhere else too, they can. Because growing up, I had a very kind of tough life when I came in. When you're new to a country, you don't know the rules and stuff. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can really mess you up. So, sometimes young people that come here, if you give them the right tools and the right stuff, they will succeed in life. Without it, it's very difficult. Well, the future plans to hopefully have few of them everywhere else. That's what every businessman or every business person want to do. We want to maybe, hopefully in the future, maybe we can franchise it to go all over. The future only God knows. But where we want to be, we're getting there. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. Couple more locations: Vancouver, Burnaby, Surrey, Coquitlam, maybe in the valleys, Abbotsford. So everything is in the works.
When it comes to doing hair, you have to be passionate about it. You can't just be like, oh, I'm a barber, or I know how to braid hair, I know how to weave, so therefore I'm going to be a hairstylist or a barber. You have to know that this is what you want to do. And if it's not, it could be like a little side thing, a little side hustle. There's so many good things that comes out of being a stylist or a barber. You get to network and meet other people, and it leads you to other stuff. There's a lot of people that come here to work or just to get their hair cut, and they end up meeting somebody that helps them doing something else that they're thinking of. So don't think as barbering or hairstyling as a hobby or whatever, because it's an actual career. It's crazy how barbering per se has taken off. Everybody's a barber because it's skill, it's artistry, it's imagination. You get to create something, and for that, I think if you're new here and barbering or hairstyling is something you want to do, take it serious. Go to school, learn the trade, and maybe one day you yourself can have your own shop.
Best I have is whatever you want to do, put your mind to it and do it. Don't let nobody tell you that you cannot do it, because everything is possible. And if you work hard, you can do anything. You can achieve anything you want to do. We all came here with our suitcases and bags and just a couple clothes. When you get here, what they tell you before you come, it might not be the same, but you have to work hard. You have to work hard. You work hard, anything is possible. Nobody can tell you you cannot do something. It's only you can tell yourself you cannot do it. And even that, it's up to you.
The opportunities here, right? Danny's always willing to train people here, and we're all willing to help, right? You can speak on hair cutting if you're interested in it, you're passionate about it, you can talk to us here, because I know Danny's always willing to help people and train people.
Doing you, don't give up. Definitely ask for help when you need help.
Find a good school that suits what you're looking for. School is very intense for hair, just stick through it. Fresh out of school, definitely get your name out there, whether it's, having an Instagram profile and just blasting yourself out there. Even walking around and handing out cards or flyers is super beneficial, and a lot of it is word of mouth. So just having a good relationship with your clients so they can talk about you and tell their friends and family about you to come see you.